advantage of ATRAM. Last year, ATRAM Trust Corporation inked the partnership with GCash so that more people can invest in our funds through GCash Invest Money. Since then, we received overwhelming response through our social media accounts. Today, for the second video of our AskATRAM series, we have GCash's product head for investments, Ms. Izza Castelo, and ATRAM's very own fixed income portfolio manager, Miguel Liboro, to answer your questions about our products and GCash Invest Money. Tara! Let's get started. Hi, Izza and Miguel. Thank you for being here with us today. So, marami kaming questions para sa'yo, so maybe you can start picking?
Yeah, okay. So, let's see what we have here. The first question is from Reggie De Jesus of Batangas. So, he asks, I already have the GCash app and I'm verified. How do I start investing? And kindly provide some explanation on the benefits. Thank you. Okay. So it's really super easy to invest via GCash Invest Money. All you have to do is click on the Invest Money feature on the app, and then you'll go through a series of questions. Very easy questions tungkol lang sa'yo and your investing experience, etc. And then in the end, it's gonna show you what type of investor you are. So once that's done, and you've opened your investment account, in other words, you see a product list where you choose the investment fund that you want to invest in, and then you just click on subscribe, and then put in the amount that you want to invest, and then that's it, basically. After that, you can monitor your investments anytime. You can redeem it anytime also. It's that easy.
Wow! Ang dali pala mag-invest through GCash Invest Money. So, guys, all you have to do is remember those simple steps. So, 1, go to the GCash app on your phone, register and get approved. Then you can choose the investment. You can set the investment amount that you want to put into the fund. And then from there, you can monitor, add, and redeem from your investment through your app. Okay. So our second question came from Mark Anthony Abrigo of Manila. May I give this one over to you, Miguel?
Sure. So Mark's asking, how do I invest personally? Do I register at the GCash application investment section? And is this application legit or a scam? So I guess on the how to invest, Izza just gave us an answer on very quick guidelines how to use that portion of the app. To your second question, is this a scam? No, not at all. ATRAM is the investment partner of GCash for their Invest Money platform. And I guess just a little bit of an introduction on ATRAM, because we're not as familiar as the other banks that you hear about or see in your day-to-day lives. ATRAM is actually the first standalone trust corp. We got our trust license from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and we're regulated by the BSP back in October 2016, although the firm had already been operating quite some time before then, but not as an independent trust. So as of the end of April, we actually have around 131 billion in assets under management. So we're a reasonably new player in the game, but one that I think you're going to get to know quite soon.
Okay. Thanks, Miguel. Nowadays talaga, it's really hard to trust others with your hard-earned money. But rest assured that your investments are safe in our hands with this partnership. So our third question is about the minimum initial investment.
Okay, yeah. So this one is from Jomar Patulumbon of Dipolog City. So he says, is it true that with 50 pesos I can start to invest? Yes, that's absolutely true. It's not 10,000, not 5,000, not even 100. It's only 50 pesos. So there really is no excuse to try out investing. Yeah, so you can just put in 50 pesos in the ATRAM Peso Money Market Fund and then build from there. Really that easy.
So saan ang abot ang 50 pesos mo? With GCash and ATRAM, may investment ka na. Okay? So we have questions here regarding subscription redemption cutoff. I'll give this one to you, Izza.
So I think 2 users sent in questions. Jan Vincent Gonzalez of Los Baños says, I already invested in the GCash app, but the order is still pending. And then Reynan Castañares says, nagtry ako mag-redeem ng 122 pesos. Trinay ko kung working yung redeem. Nag-confirm siya pero hindi siya na-credit sa GCash wallet ko. So the reason behind this actually is that there's a 2 to 3 day business day processing time for subscriptions and redemptions. So, for example, for a subscription, if you invest before 9 a.m., your GCash wallet will be automatically debited of that amount, and then you'll receive a confirmation within the same day's evening. For redemptions, it's the same thing. If you place an order before 9 a.m., you get a confirmation that evening. But then the amount will be credited to your wallet the following business day. So if you don't make the 9 a.m. cutoff, there's just going to be a +1 day to the processing time, basically.
Okay, so I hope things are getting clearer for our investors. So it takes 2 to 3 business days to process your subscriptions and redemptions. Okay, depending on the time you order. So make sure you make the cutoff. Okay? Thank you for clarifying that, Izza. So Miguel, would you like to read the next question?
Sure. The next question comes from Cyrus Mark Carriedo of Mandaluyong City. He asks, alamin ko po kung anong oras yung deposit and monthly ba ito? Well, sa oras ng deposit, I think si Izza answered that earlier, what the cutoffs are for the investment. But on the monthly, no. You can invest whenever you like and for whatever amount you want to. But I do think that it helps if you form a habit, because the best way to kind of plan for your future is to make your saving or investing habitual. Ange mentioned earlier, saan ba pupunta yung 50 pesos mo? When you think about it, 50 pesos can't even get you a meal with a drink in McDonald's or Jollibee now. It'll just get you the sandwich, diba? Like the sandwich meal. So you might as well just invest it. And it may not seem like a lot, but even if you invest 50 pesos every month for a year, that's 600 pesos. And at the end of the year, if you were just putting 50 pesos away, then at least you got that 600 pesos earning whatever the interest was on the money market fund. And right now, the money market fund is yielding upwards of 6%. So there is something good to be gotten from being able to invest regularly. As I mentioned, it forces you to save, to invest, and it helps you towards reaching your financial goals.
Thank you, Miguel. So the ATRAM Peso Money Market Fund is not a deposit and therefore not insured by the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation or PDIC. It is a unit investment trust fund that offers the potential of a higher return compared to time deposits with lower risk and liquidity. Okay. So the same client asked a question about time deposits. Can you answer this one as well?
Sure. Kailangan po may time deposit sa account ng banko? No, not at all. So, to explain, the fund invests in time deposits and you invest in the fund. So, we do all of that for you. You don't have to register an account with the bank. You don't have to open a time deposit account in the bank. You just have to invest in the fund through your GCash app, and we handle all of that. So, a little bit of a explanation on the differences between a savings account, a time deposit account, and the money market fund. Now, most of us have a savings account, pero maliit lang yung nakukuha nating interest doon, di ba? Nakaparada siya dyan, nakukuha natin kung kailan natin kailangan, pero mababa lang talaga nakukuha natin. Sa time deposit, mas mataas, pero nalalock away yung pera natin. Mga 1 month, 3 months, di mo magagalaw yan o mawawalan ka pa ng pera. So, yung ginagawa ng money market fund namin, kinocombine niya yung liquidity or yung access mo sa pera mo dun sa savings account, pero binibigyan ka ng mas mataas ng yield or return based on a time deposit account. And the reason that the fund is able to do that is banks will always typically give you a higher yield if you're investing a lot of money or if you have a more active relationship with them. Now, as retail individuals, how many of us have 1 million or 10 million or 100 million pesos to invest? Of course, the bank will usually give us a lower rate in time deposit. But by investing in the money market fund, you're able to invest with those large amounts of money. And because of that, the bank gives you the higher rate that they usually reserve for institutional clients, like ourselves. We also have very active trading relationships with these banks, and that's why we tend to get better rates than you would ordinarily get on your own. Even I'm invested in the money market fund.
Okay, so thank you for that, Miguel. So you heard it from our fixed income portfolio manager. You'll get the best rates by investing through the Peso Money Market Fund than investing on your own through a time deposit or a savings account. And Miguel, would you like to share your thoughts on the next question?
Sure. The next question is about what's inside the portfolio. It's a really good question, actually. It allows us to talk more about the fund. From Christine Joy Barrion of Batangas. Hi, I'm using GCash, which is partnered with your company as a form of investment. I'm thinking of investing and having a bigger investment. May I know where the investment goes? Yeah, of course. As I mentioned earlier, what the money market fund does is it invests exclusively in time deposits with our bank counterparties. Now, this does two things. We invest in the highest yielding time deposits that we can find in order to enhance the yield and the return of the money market fund and our clients as much as we can. But additionally, why are we just invested in time deposits? It's because time deposits don't have any price risk. Di gumagalaw yung presyo niya, pababa, pataas. So you don't have to worry about what's happening to your investment. Where you don't have to worry that it's up 10 today, down 10 tomorrow. It gives you that kind of stability. The way the money market fund earns is, it earns from the interest from these time deposit placements. And each day, the valuation of the fund is computed, and that's where you end up with that number you see on your screen, the net asset value, or NAV. Every day, that NAV goes higher and higher incrementally because it's earning the interest by being placed in these time deposits. And you're not seeing that crazy roller coaster ride that you see sometimes in the TV when people are talking about the bond market with the stock market. Because this investment is there for stability and as an alternative to savings accounts and lower yielding time deposits. So it allows you to sleep safe at night and really just allow your investment to be protected and earn as much as it can.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Miguel. So now our audience has a better understanding of where their money is being invested. So I think the next question also falls under your shop.
Sure. This question is from Jomar Lim of Kamalig Albay, and he asks, paano ko ma-check if nagkakaroon ng interest? Actually, I went into it a bit earlier with that last answer. The way that the fund's NAV is computed is every day, all the time deposit placements of the fund are valued, and based on the interest income that's being accrued day to day, you compute the worth or the net asset value of the fund. And that net asset value is divided by the number of units in the fund, and you own units or shares of the fund. So every day, that price that you see moving, that's where you see the interest of the fund. In the increase in the price of the units that you own.
All right. So investment funds are not interest-bearing, unlike your deposit accounts. So you will earn your money or earn additional money by redeeming units when the net asset value per unit, or that's what you call NAV po, is higher than when you invested. Did I get that right?
Yeah, perfectly.
So thanks, Miguel. So our 10th question is for Izza. Okay, this came from Lloyd Daniel Vargas of Laguna. His question is about risk profile.
Okay, so he asks, I would like to know how I can improve my risk profile in your investment product through the GCash Invest Money feature. Thank you. Okay, so because currently, right now, the systems of ATRAM and GCash don't allow for editing the risk profile yet. But really, the use of a risk profile is just to guide you in choosing what investment fund is most appropriate for you. But that doesn't stop you from choosing other more aggressive investment funds naman. So you just have to say that you accept the risk, and you do that by agreeing to a risk waiver.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that, Izza. On to the next one, Miguel.
The next question is also from Lloyd Daniel Vargas of Laguna, and he's asking, what's the minimum holding period and how much is the fee or charge for redemption? Okay, so first off, I just want to reiterate that the fund does not charge any front-end or back-end or redemption fees. And additionally, as I mentioned earlier, because it's an alternative to a savings account, you have no liquidity constraints. You have no holding period constraint. The timing is specific to, like Izza mentioned earlier, whether it's only determined by whether or not you send your redemption order before 9 or after 9. And then based on processing, you get it 2 to 3 business days later. So you have absolutely nothing to worry about with regards to being able to access your investment, because you'll be able to send a redemption order at any time without any fear of punitive fees.
Yeah.
So I'm sure marami sa audience natin ang masayang narinig to, okay? So I think we have room for one more question. Can you answer this one, Izza?
Sure. So this one is from Mark Menace of Fairview, Quezon City. He asks, sana meron pang other investment fund other than money market po. Thanks. Yeah, so we're actually working on that now. Definitely, we want to provide the whole suite of investment funds to our users, so watch out for that.
So like you, we're also very excited to onboard more ATRAM funds on GCash Invest Money. So if you have any more questions about GCash, who should we contact?
So for any questions on how to use the function on the app, you can just email us at investmoney@gcash.com. And then for questions on the fund,
For anything that you want to know about how the fund is constructed, its investments, and actually anything that will give you peace of mind about the investment, please just email us at customercare_trust@atram.com.ph.
Thank you so much, Izza and Miguel, for answering all our questions today. And to our audience, thank you very much for joining us for another edition of AskATRAM, featuring the partnership between ATRAM and GCash. Like Izza said, I hope we are all excited to having more funds on the GCash Invest Money app. So for those of you who still have questions in mind, please click the link provided on your screen. Or you may also send an email to ATRAM Trust Corporation or GCash to the email addresses provided. Please don't forget to share and like this video. And remember, if you have questions, ask ATRAM. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Izza. Thank you.